Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes presented by Mr. Ravi Kumbar, lecturer in Department of Studies in Commerce, KLS Koke College of Commerce, Medina. Dear students, in today's class, we are going to discuss about problems on professions. So, before going to discuss problems on profession, I would like to tell you what we discussed in the previous class. So, in the previous class, we discussed many things regarding the meaning and definition of profession, and after that, the detailed overview of the theoretical aspects of doctor profession and chartered accountant and a lawyer. So, these things we discussed and completed in the previous class. So, today's class, let us start with the problems. So, even though from 2-3 class I am telling you, if you are not understood any theoretical aspects, so especially those provisions related in the chartered accountant and for example, outstanding fees, provision for outstanding fees. So, if you have any questions, please comment on that. Even in the work in progress, relating to that theoretically, if you not understood anything, so just you have to comment on that. I will be reply that. So, let us start with the first one. As you know already, first I am going to deal 5 marks problems relating to the different professions. Once a 5 marks, because they can ask a 5 marks question problem or they can ask the theoretical questions. So, theoretical questions maybe they can ask that. Explain briefly stock register of drugs and medicines, and they can explain in detail provisions for unrealized profit and provisions for outstanding fees, income and expenditure account of doctors. Okay, related to that they can ask any theoretical questions. So whatever I teach you people theoretically, that is sufficient for examination point of view, either 2 marks or 5 marks. So let us start the first problem. Prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020. Sorry, actually it is 2019. Okay, and they are given balance sheet and they are given receipts and payments account. Balance slab it is rupees, assets and rupees, and receipts and payments, and they are given some additional information. As you know, you people, you already prepared income and expenditure account in PU level only, so there is no much difficulty people. But thing is what in this according to the professions, the little bit we have to prepare the fees account, and after the preparing the fees account, then we'll move to the preparation of income and expenditure account. But one more thing, when you in PU's level you studied about a subscription all, but here there is no any subscription all. So directly the come to the point is what fees, audit fees relating to the professions, whatever they are receive the fees, that is to be what income. So that is the main thing in this case. This little bit different. So from the old balance sheet, there is no much information for, because according to this is a 5 marks problem, so only there is no need to prepare a balance sheet. So directly we have to prepare only income and expenditure account. But when the question is for 15 marks, we have to prepare income and expenditure account as well as what balance sheet. Okay, so for this problem we have to prepare a income and expenditure account. So motor car is goes to next year, balance sheet, asset side, equipments, and fees due but not received. Yes, so fees due but not received means is outstanding fees for the last year. Okay, so whatever we have a fees due but not received, so proportionately it is a last year a closing balance is a opening balance for the next year. You people know about you all such things. So whatever we closed last year to the 1/4/2019 information is opening for what 31st March 2020. This is closing informations. Closing will be the opening for next year. So only it goes to fees account, and after that cash at bank, cash in hand, and furniture it will goes to what cash at bank and cash in bank. Closing cash and closing bank balance will goes to for what opening balance. Furniture goes to new balance sheet, and reserve for outstanding fees. See, reserve for outstanding fees is directly goes to what income side, because it is an income, and capital is goes to balance sheet. And we'll move to the next most important, traveling expenses also expenses goes to expenditure side, motor car also expenses, office expense also what expenses, cash, closing cash and closing bank both will goes to where the both are goes to where in the new balance sheet. Next, these are over again fees received. Whatever we received fees, that is to be goes to cash received, or fees received by bank or cash goes to fees account. Next, fees outstanding on 31st/3/2020, that is 10,000. It is a current year outstanding. Next, depreciate car by 10% and equipments where valued is 17,000. So little bit very important. See, they are given depreciation car by 10%, means whatever we have car, so that car is to be depreciated how much? 10%. So depreciation is what? Basically it is expenditure. Depreciation on car 10%, that we will be get how much? Where it is car, motor car 14,000. 14,000 into 10%. So we will get depreciation on car. We can get it. So but sorry, motor car is here 40,000. How much we get it? 40,000 into 10%, 4,000 we can get. But equipments were valued at 17,000 on 31st 2020. It means at the end of the year, the whatever the equipments, they are going to valued 17,000. Means beginning is how much? The equipments beginning is 20,000. It means when you are going to opening the professionalist shop, at the moment beginning 1/4/2019 we have at 20,000, but at the end of 31st 3/2020 the value will become 17,000. So the difference is to be what? 3,000. What it is 3,000? 3,000 is to be what? Depreciation, because due to wear and tear the value of the fix is going to reduce. So only opening equipments is 20,000 and the closing is 17,000. So that is to 3,000 is what? The 3,000 value of the equipment is going to reduce. That is to be depreciation. So this question is asked in Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi 2011. They are asking this question in 2011. So before going to prepare income and expenditure account, I think you understood which are the assets and which are the liabilities and which are the revenue items in the special revenue income and revenue expenditure. As per the income and expenditure account, it records only revenue items, revenue incomes and revenue expenses. Capital items goes to balance sheet. So capital items is right now not important to us. So let us start with the working. And one more, outstanding expenses 5,000. Last year outstanding expenses will be deducted in the concerned expenses. Okay. So let us start with the one by one. So then is first we have to prepare the fees account. So as you know already, this is a format which is thing already given in the last theoretical class. So let us start with the first fees account. See. So fees account to outstanding fees at the beginning of the year. So outstanding fees at the beginning of the year means, see, listen here. See, fees due but not received. Due means what? Due is nothing but outstanding. Due is nothing but what? Due is nothing but outstanding. So last year it is a closing. Sir, it is written opening. They are written opening. But what it is? This is a closing. I told you na, last year closing balance is the opening balance for the next year. So only. So outstanding fees at the beginning of means whatever we have a closing due, that is to be beginning of this year. So I will take it. So 8,000 is what? Fees. Next, after that, by provision for outstanding fees at the beginning of the year. So by provision, we not have any provisions. Just remove that whatever, because in this case there is any provisions. Okay, we will move to the next. Fees received in advance. If you received any fees, so we are not received any fees in advance. So only again you have to remove this. So just you have to remove the whatever fees received in advance. As per this problem, no adjustment for this. Next again, by cash or bank fees received. So how much fees you received? So fees received, how much we are going to receive? 60,000. So whatever you received 60,000, it has to be what? Fees received. Okay. After that, next, outstanding fees at the end of the year. So how much you have outstanding fees at the end of the year? Because opening outstanding fees, closing outstanding fees. How much it is? The fees outstanding on 31st 2020, that is outstanding. It is to be what? 10,000. 10,000. So again, provision for outstanding. There is no any provision for outstanding for this problem. Just you have to remove that. There is no any provision for outstanding. So finally, there is no any adjustment for this in this case, because reserve for outstanding fees received is over and this also over. And reserve for outstanding means last year whatever we have a reserve, that is the income to us, directly goes to income and expenditure account. So let us closing the account. So 60 plus 10, so it will become 70,000. And next in that again 70. Okay, so in that 70 minus 8, 70 minus 8, the answer will be how much? 70,000 minus 8,000, answer will become 62,000. So this is to receipts and expenditure account or income and expenditure account to income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account. Balancing figure is how much? So that is 62,000. This is goes to income side. Is it clear regarding fees account? But in this case, same thing. I am not changes anything. Just I take it opening outstanding, closing outstanding, whatever we received cash. So, but reserve for outstanding is there. Regarding that, I would like to tell you small. So, because whatever we are maintaining reserve fees, reserve for outstanding fees, that is to be what we are maintaining the reserve for outstanding fees. So that is to be last year received. So that whatever received in the last year, that is income to us. We have to take it directly in the uh, income side. So first fees account, fees account. How much we have fees account? The whatever it is 62,000. So in bracket we can write it in bracket, that is balancing figure. Is it clear? We'll move to the next. So that is how much fees received in advance. So that is fees received in fees received in advance. Okay, how much we received fees in advance in the last year? That is 6,000. So we'll move to the next income and expenditure account. Almost all is over. So first we have to take it traveling expenses. So that is traveling expenses. How much? So whatever we have traveling expenses. First take it traveling expenses. Traveling expenses. So traveling expenses, you should take it how much? 8,000, because we have outstanding in the last year. So 8,000. Next in that less outstanding for PY previous year. How much it is? 5,000. So outer column will be, that is how much? 3,000. So after traveling expenses, next motor car. So there is a motor car. It is a motor car is a Z, but on that whatever we made expense, that is to be what? Revenue expenses. Motor car expenses. So how much is the motor car expenses? 14,000. Next, after motor car expenses, office expenses. Office expenses. How much is the office expenses? That is 15,000. Office expenses over. Then again, whatever the closing cash and closing bank balance will goes to asset side over. After that, next is what? We'll come to that depreciation. Depreciation is one of the asset, na? So depreciation on car. So how much we have car? Actually the motor car value is what? 40,000. So 40,000 into, that is the rate of interest is given in the problem 10%. Okay, so the answer is how much? 4,000. 4,000. So we'll move to the next. After that again, depreciation on what? Equipments. See, actually the equipments is what? Opening balance. Opening balance is 20,000. Sorry, 20,000. So minus 17,000. The answer is to be what? 3,000 is what? Depreciation. Is it clear? So is it clear? So again, next is what? A very important one more thing. So that is to be, we have to be come to know that that is, after that I would like to tell you one more very important concept, that is, 1 minute, I will tell you. Yes, sir. After that, I would like to tell one more important aspect. So, as per the given information, just we have to bifurcated what income as well as expenditure. But I would like to tell regarding that is whatever the fees outstanding as on 31st 3 2020. It means I will explain you with proof. See, according to that, provision for outstanding fees. If you made any provision for outstanding fees for the current year, let us see that. If the proper provision has to made equal to the amount of fees which is not received in that year. So, and it should be shown on the liability side. So, entries what? Income and expenditure account debit and to provision for outstanding fees account. It means, कहने का मतलब ये है, so whatever we made provisions for the current year, is it right? So whatever we made provisions for the current year, so that provisions, if you are not received outstanding fees, that is to be what? Debit. So only because of that, so whatever we made provision for the outstanding, so that is income and expenditure account, because this is income and expenditure account, so provision for outstanding fees. How much it is? 10,000. Is it clear? So next we are going to balancing the account. So total will be 60 plus how much? 60 plus 6, 72,000. So in the same scenario, the total will be debit side 72,000. So in that 72,000, so we have to minus 3,000, minus 14, minus 15, and after that 4,000 minus, and after that 3,000 minus, after that 10,000 minus, we will get, that is 19,000. What is this? This is surplus. Okay, so this is a way of preparation of the income and expenditure account. Is it clear? So little bit this is very important. Again, this goes to what? Balance sheet, liability side. Because very simple, according to that rule, if you made any outstanding provision, because we are making fees outstanding as on 31st 2020, that is 10,000. Whatever we made outstanding fees for the current year, that is goes to what? Debited to the once again, because we made provisions. If you are not received any provisions for the current, that is goes to income and expenditure account debit side. So this is a way of preparation of the income and expenditure account. And next I will move to the for few problems I will give you homework, you students, just to go through that and you have to solve. Take the screenshot of this picture and you have to solve and send it me. And if you have any doubts, you take it my number and call me. I will be justify that 9611400239. So the problem is what? Dr. Vijay, a medical practitioner. First I will be justify the problem. Dr. Vijay, a medical practitioner, has supplied you the following transactions. You are asked to prepare the income and expenditure account for the accounts of profession for the year ended 31st 3 2020. So that is a medical fees earned 2 lakh. So it is what? A revenue. It is a fees. Received interest on private investment, so then it is not an income, because he received the interest, but that is private investment. Again it is not to be considered as a income. Consultation fees, again it is a income. Car expenses 6,000 and used for professional purpose only. So whatever made expenses car, that is to be professional expenses, is to be considered as a expenses. Staff salary, yes, of course, it goes to where a expenditure side. Food supplied to patients 15,000 and family 5,000. So whatever they are going to supply the food, 15,000 is patient, that is to be what? Expenditure. Remaining 5,000 is not to be considered, because the private or personal expenses to be not allowed. Electric charges of clinic 2,000, it is expenses. Rent paid 10,000 including house rent rupees 2,000, means whatever they are going to pay rent 10,000, in that 2,000 is to be what? Personal house rent. So in that 10,000 minus 2,000, remaining 8,000 is what? Relating to the expenses. So they are given here answer surplus 1,74,000, just to go through and calculate it. Is it clear? Yes. Next, problem number 5, because these all are 5 marks. This is apparent Ranichan University 2015. So Dr. Kaveri a medical practitioner has supplied you the following information. You are required to prepare the income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st 2019. So medical fees earned, it's the income, received interest on investment. It is what again income, because in the previous problem they whatever received interest, that is a private investment, but right now in this case there is no any condition clear cut. So whatever their investment on that they are received interest, that is to be what relating to the profession related. Consultation fees income. Car expenses 10,000, 50% of profession. It means whatever 10,000 in that car expenses, 50,000 is what 50% is what personal, and remaining 50% is what professional. So 5,000 will be what car expenses relating to the profession. Next, according to next continue, it is salary to staff paid 35,000. Yes, that is to be what expenses, professional expenses. Food supplied to patient 20,000 and family 10,000. So whatever they are going to make expenses for patients, that is to be expenses. Electric charges for the clinic, again this expenses. And rent paid 15,000 including house rent 5,000. So whatever they are going to pay rent, in this case again what will happen? The rent paid 15,000, in that 5,000 relating to the personal will be deducted, the remaining will be the what expenses. So this is a way you have to prepare the both the problems, problem number 4 and 5. Answer will be given here, just to go through. Fees account is not necessary, but even though if you want to prepare, you can prepare that, because in this case there is no any outstanding fees. Directly you can prepare income and expenditure account. So income side you can take it medical fees 2 lakh, again consultation fees 25,000, and remaining all will be what expenses. According to this problem, medical fees earned 2 lakh 50 also what income, received interest, that is also income, consultation fees also income. So in that you have to minus car expenses, salary and patient food, electricity charges, rent paid for relating to the clinic. So you will get it, answer will be the 2 lakh, just to go through that. Okay, and again one more problem. Yes, again you have to take it, this is also one of the homework for you people, and you have to solve this. Okay, so what is this problem? The problem is what? Mr. Raju is a chartered accountant, occupied 1/4 of his residential house for carrying on his profession. From the following receipts and payments account of his profession, prepare income and expenditure account of his profession. Okay, so this question is appear in Rani Chennamma University 2013. So is appear in CUB, so 2013. Okay, answer is for this income and expenditure account is what? That is surplus. Answer is 1,03,475. So this is a answer for that. Okay. Let us start discussion. So this is most important, because whatever he using the residential flat, so in that residential flat 1/4 he is using for what? Profession purpose. It means कहने का मतलब है, so I have this much of means 1 minute. So I have this much is what, this is what my bedding. So in that bedding 1/4 is what I am using for professional. It means whatever he is paying rent, in that 1/4 is only for what? Profession. This is the most important. So let us start with salary to staff. So of course it is what expenditure, but they are given one adjustment. The office staff devotes 25% of its to the household work of Mr. Raj. It means whatever he is paying salary to the staff 9,000, in that 9,000 paid to workers, but out of that 9,000 salary, the 25% salary is paid for the housework related. It means you duties what you have to do that. So in that 9,000 you have to less 25% of the salary. Remaining will be what? Office related, means profession related. Again rent. So rent is what? 6,000, but he is paid rent 1,000 is what? Rent for the house. But in that 1/4 is only for office. So then you do that 6,000 into 1/4, then you will get it what? 1/4 of the rent for his building. So is it clear? 1/4 means I think you will get it 1,500. Next, printing and stationery again is relating to the profession. Motor car expense relating to the profession. Lighting charges. Again, adjustment number 2. Motor car of Mr. Raju is used to equally of office and personal. It means whatever the motor car, in that motor car 50% is what personal and 50% is what professional. So then your duty is what out of 12,500 you have to take it only professional car expenses, that is 6,000 into 50%, then you will get it. So next lighting charges, again there is adjustment. 60% of light charges to be considered for his profession. It means whatever he paid light charges, in that only 60% is relating to the what professional. See, it's very simple. I will tell you why you are going to prepare an income and expenditure account. You have to be come to know that how much exactly income and how much is exactly expenditures relating to the professions. So right now they are given all the information, personal and professional. So if we consider personal, then again we will not get as exactly income and expenses of a profession. So only to finding the exact income and expense of the professions, we have to deduct the personal expenses and personal incomes. So then only we will get it, exact income and expense of. So for that only, whatever he is paid light charges, in that 60% is only water professional. So 4,000 is water. Full, in that 4,000 only 60%. So 60% according to me approximately you will get it 2,400 on an average. You check it. Next, telephone charges. So telephone charges also professional expenses. Institution membership fees. See, it's a fees but not received because the payment side is there, because he paid membership fees for the institution. Yes, of course that expenditure. Professional journals, he ordered some professional journals for the his profession related, then is auto expenses. Drawings also goes to personal balance sheet, and cash also goes to balance sheet. Don't consider these two items. Next, cash at bank, again don't consider this because last year closing balance will the opening balance. Audit fees, what income goes to income side. Tax consultation fees also income. So 1 lakh and 30 both are will be incomes. These two are the incomes. But be careful, salary staff, rent and motor car and lighting charges. So little bit working is there, just you have to work out. But your answer should be what a surplus 1,03,475. So just you take it, these three problems are the homework you have to work out. If you have any doubts, you can call me. My number is 9611400239. Otherwise, you have to comment on the video. I will be justifying once again. Thank you. We'll meet in next class. Thank you.